Conditions will start here in Odessa with First Alert 7's Lauren Munt, who is outside of Music City Mall, outside the First Alert 7 studios. She has a special guest. Lauren, who do you have there with you?
Yeah, Jacob, I'm here with Exeter County Sheriff Mike Griffiths. You were joining us here early this morning. Sheriff, I have a little bit of an experiment that I want us to do real quick, and then I'll get to some questions that I have for you. I'll let you do the honors. We have an egg right here. We're going to freeze it in the pan. We talk about frying eggs in West Texas all the time because it's so hot. Yeah. We're going to freeze it. So let's go ahead. You can dump that in there. We did this experiment earlier on Wake Up West Texas. We did crack this egg because the other egg, we had to crack it on air and I had to take my hands out of the gloves, and that was very cold, and I'm not doing that again. But you can see it kind of, not anything quite yet. Last time it crystallized pretty fast. We'll check in on it in just a second. Sheriff, how have the roads been this morning? You started really, really early.
Yes, ma'am. All the roads are slick. Some of them are slicker than others, but all of them are slick. You got to kind of think about being in an airplane and trying to stop. It don't stop. So allow yourself, if you have to be on the road, plenty of room between yourself and the intersection or the car in front of you. That way, if you have to get out of a car's way that's coming up behind you, you can possibly get out of the way and avoid a collision. Every road in Exeter County is frozen. And like I said, some of them are slicker than others, but it is slick. All of them are slick. The West Loop is very slick. The bridges are extremely slick. So if you don't have to get out, do not get out. It's dangerous out here, folks. It's not worth your life or anybody else's. Stay home if you can.
And we can get kind of a look around the parking lot here at Music City Mall. Lots of ice on the roads, lots of snow on the roads. The snow's not the problem though. Like we've been saying, that ice is slick, and it is causing lots of problems. Sheriff, have you seen any crashes this morning?
I have not seen any crashes. In fact, traffic's pretty light. I'm proud of everybody for staying home. I did go to the store this morning and checked out to see what kind of supplies they had, and they had quite a few supplies left. Apparently they weren't hit yesterday, but the traffic was very light, and I'm proud of everybody trying to stay home. I know everybody can't. I know my people can't, and so I mean, we have to do what we do. You know, this is not a job; it's a commitment. So this is what we do. We're committed to keeping our community safe, and that's what we're going to do. And we're out here in it.
All right. And speaking of your guys being out on the roads, you guys have talked a little bit about you guys are driving around and helping anybody who is in need of a warming shelter, and you guys are taking them. Where are y'all taking them?
Absolutely. If somebody loses power, they need to stay warm for whatever reason. Call us. We'll come pick you up. 335-3535. We'll pick you up, take you to Barn A. It's a nice warm spot. We'll keep you there until the weather permits for you to go back.
All right, Sheriff, anything else you've got to add for the people of West Texas?
Stay home, stay safe, stay warm, and just pray for some warmer weather next week.
I hear that. All right, well, let's take a look at our egg. Not too much happening. It's warmed up a little bit since we've done this experiment this morning, but you can kind of start to see a little bit of that crystallization right there on the top of that egg yolk. We had a lot better luck with this experiment earlier today on Wake Up West Texas. That's up on our Facebook, so be sure to check that out if you want to see a very frozen egg that happened very early this morning. Jacob, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you guys in studio so that the sheriff and I can get warm.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much. And thank you, Sheriff Griffiths, as well, for taking the time to be here with us. He does need some gloves and maybe a better hat.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. You know, we've been saying all morning that if you are outside for an extended period of time, make sure any exposed skin is covered because those temperatures are so cold that frostbite can set in very, very quickly. Maybe we can look that up, Ethan, on our little fancy tablet here and come back to that later. But very, very cold, so please try and cover up any exposed skin out there this morning, or it really has we head through today.
Are we ready to go to Andrews now? All right, so let's go continue our team coverage live in Andrews, where First Alert 7's Sierra Burnett and Rachel Fortunato spent the night braving the cold. Sierra, we see you there. How are conditions in Andrews right now?
Good morning, you guys. So as you can see, we're kind of standing right outside of our hotel here in Andrews, and I'll just give you guys a look of what it looks like right outside of our hotel here today. So if you come outside, this is exactly what you all over the ground, ice all over the roads. The roads are here also expect. You can see one gentleman over there in his car just a little bit. There's not much snow coming down right now. There was snow that was falling just a little bit earlier from around 9 o'clock till just about now is when it stopped. There are still flurries coming down. It is still super cold. When I just checked on the weather app not too long ago, it said it was 15 degrees, but it feels like -2. And from standing out here just for the few minutes that I have been out here, I will say it does feel exactly like that. My hands are freezing as I am holding this camera up. A few cars out on the road right now, not too many. I did see a few Encore trucks last night. I seen about 3 of them that were going up and down the roads just checking, because we also did get word that there were over 1,000 power outages here last night. We also experienced a small power outage here at the hotel. It lasted for about 20 to 30 minutes, I will say. Nothing major yet, though, that we have heard of. We hope to keep it that way as well. Just to go out a little bit further and show you guys exactly what it looks like here in Andrews. There are snow on top of these cars over here, these trees. Trying not to slip, you guys. Sorry if I'm walking a little slower, but as you can see on this side, on the ground, no signs of roads really. It is still very, very windy outside, very cold. Not really anybody out here right now. Everybody's at home trying to stay safe. The grocery stores were packed yesterday. The streets were packed yesterday. It was very rainy yesterday, and now, as you can see, it is complete snow. So we will, of course, keep you guys updated on any new things that we are going to hear out here in Andrews and, of course, elsewhere.
All right, thank you, Sierra. Quite snowy there in Andrews.
Yeah, I just commented on that. Looks pretty snowy out there, and we are going to head to Big Spring now with Wyatt Nunn, who has our update there this morning, and it is rather snowy out there in Big Spring as well. Wyatt, what are you guys seeing out there this morning?
Hey, thanks, Sawyer. Yeah, so we have been out here since about 6 a.m. this morning, monitoring the conditions in Howard County, and at least from our perspective, things have seemed to die down as the day has gone on. When we first got up this morning, the snow was pretty strong and we had some intense winds with it. Those are both still present, but certainly not as harsh. Now, we are still in a real feel in the negatives, and it is impacting the area. We have seen less cars on the road than we saw last night. A lot of the cars that were here overnight are still here, have not seen many of them leave the parking lot. Now, I will say, one vehicle that just pulled in is an integrated power services truck. I am not sure if it is here as a precaution in case the hotel were to lose power, or if he will be assisting the over 100 households in South Big Spring that have already lost power this morning. Now, while I am out here talking